Okay, let's have a look at the Ftse. First thing to go over clearly is Brexit. Um, we had the huge sell-off here based completely on Britain voting to leave the EU. Now, if you listen to news channels, if you watch the news, you can see that their view is it's Armageddon and the world's going to end, everything's going to collapse. And just typical news reporting on pretty much anything. What we can see is the market absolutely tanked and then has rebounded. Now it's tanked, clearly it's tanked because right here we can see this market has ramped up. This is completely based on people betting that Britain was going to stay in the EU. This entire rally here was all to do with that. As soon as that became apparent that wasn't going to happen, clearly these people have pulled the money out of the market, and also other investors have pulled their capital out of the market. Investors like to take, especially if they're dealing with large accounts, large funds, they like to take the safest, or what they consider the safest bets possible. As soon as Brexit came about, they all jumped out of the market, took their money into cash, which is the safest place for them right now, or they've put it into something like gold. The key thing to go over here is this market fell all the way down to 5730. Let's have an actual look. All the way down to 5727. What for some reason the news doesn't really go over though is that this market then rallied all the way back up, and it is sitting up above 6,000, which really is a very key level for the Ftse. It's definitely not doom and gloom for me. What's going to happen is on Monday, I am likely not going to trade. It depends when the market opens what I see, but we had Brexit on Friday. We've now had a weekend which has been absolutely packed full of news, basically. Lots and lots of news, lots of people speaking, and lots of people giving their opinions, and that is what the market is going to react to on the Monday. So it's likely I'll step aside on the Monday, but come Tuesday, I'm just going to get back into this, trading it as normal. Clearly, your stop's going to have to increase quite considerably now. If you look down at the ATR, we're up at 221 from 117. So we've added 100 points onto the ATR just because of this date right here. So it's going to be a bit more difficult if you have a small trading account to trade now, because if you've got a stop of anywhere between 50 and 100 points, you're trading minimum position size £2 a point. That's you still risking £100 or £200 per trade. So if you are, just step aside and wait for this market to come back down again. It will come back down again. It always does. If we quickly also, let me just bring up, I'm sure I've got it open. Yeah. So we've also got the GBP USD. A very strong sell-off on this. Also, what we can see is it has rallied back up again, and it is now sitting at 13,673, which if we just come out, during all the craziness during 2008, 2009, that's where this market bottomed out. Yeah, and it's where the market jumped again. It's not to say that's what's going to happen this time around, but I remember seeing in the news, the pound is down to 1985 levels. It's you need to, if you're going to trade especially, you need to learn to ignore the news. I mean, especially, let's say we're trading the Ftse. How many people do you think came into this market on the Friday morning, seen Brexit, seen a huge down day, and said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sell this market. ATM right here, up we go. Up all the entire day. Now, this was blamed on, or it was said to be the result of the Governor of the Bank of England. The Governor of the Bank of England did not talk at 8 o'clock in the morning. It was later. This market began to rally almost instantly. People are seeing value down here. The UK economy hasn't changed. None of the fundamentals have changed, and so people saw value. We are going to have very whipsaw days over the next couple of weeks. Certainly, but for me, I'm really happy to get back into this from Tuesday, as I've mentioned. Now, what will I be looking at? Well, there will be, I'll be looking at zones every day. I look at zones every day for trading. However, the real strong areas now are going to become extremes. So extremes like all the way down here where we bounced. Extremes like here. Extremes like right up here at the highs. Up here. This is going to be the safest areas to get into trades. Very likely also in here where the gap was created. Up here and down here will likely be good areas for short-term trades. So that's really the main areas that I will be interested in for trades. However, I will also be trading as normal from Tuesday onwards. Okay, guys, so first thing we can see is the world has not collapsed around us, and I hope you all have a good trading week next week.